The first is really looking at how you got it. And the way we did it, and I can speak best to that, is looking at our credit because we have that, the kind of the first big model at the top of the funnel and said, what do we knock out? And then, parsing into that, saying, well, how much of that do we think we should have let through? And again, we haven't provided capital to them so that you really don't know the outcome until you do it. So that's the unknown piece. You're going to get to the swap ends where you don't have a choice. You're going to need to do the unknown and say, I don't normally give these people this money. I have to provide the capital now. I'm going to see what happens. And so you're going to get to that, which is also a scary step. But as far as the process itself, identify, and it's very simple, identify, where in your knockouts you've knocked people out before you pulled cash flow. And so your first curious question should be, I wonder what their cash flow would have looked like. And for us, that's where, pulling kind of a retro saying, okay, let's go off and using you guys as a partner example, send that off to Ocrolus and say, give us the cash flow metrics on these. And then we could look at that saying cash flow metrics alone, how many of these things looked good off of that? And right there is your incremental, and so then you say, well, this is my incremental opportunity that I could lend to, that I'm saying no today. Now you have to ask yourself, what is that performance going to look like? Well, that's going to be the test, but you can start answering your questions now of saying, if that was at the top of my funnel, and it's, pretty simple math for all of us at that point, saying I would have let these come through and I'd want to give them some money. What does that do to my approval rate? Costs become easy to calculate at that point. And then it's just a decision of what that looks like. For us, we did all that work and it's not a ton, and said, well, this is really the assumptions we need to hit for this to be effective.